October 14th, 2025. A cold, moonless night in southern Ukraine. In a hidden command vehicle, a team of elite operators worked in silence, faces lit by the green glow of control panels. This was no ordinary mission. It was a test, a message. The target, a Nebo-M radar, Russia's prized long-range eyes, deep in enemy territory. The weapon, a new secret missile born from months of innovation. Every move was precise, tension thick in the cramped space. The mission's stakes were enormous. Success would blind a key part of Russia's air defense. The path ahead was a gauntlet of radars, missiles, and electronic warfare. Failure wasn't an option. Engineers and soldiers had poured everything into this project, transforming a known weapon into something new. Tonight, it would be tested for real. The crew knew detection meant certain failure. They were betting everything on a single audacious strike. Final checks, system green, target locked, ready for launch. Outside, the missile waited, a symbol of defiance. For these men, it was more than hardware. It was hope. The clock ticked down. Quiet commands, tense anticipation. The missile was their answer to daily aggression. The moment of truth had arrived. The launch sequence began. The gamble was set in motion. The shadows held their breath. The heart of the mission was the Puffy Neptune, a radically upgraded R-360 Neptune missile. Ukrainian engineers had secretly extended its range and stealth, giving it a bulkier look and a deadly new purpose. With extra fuel and a redesigned engine, it could strike deep behind enemy lines. Special radar-absorbent materials and a reshaped airframe made it nearly invisible to enemy radar. Its advanced guidance system let it fly low, hugging terrain and dodging defenses. Preloaded with detailed maps, it could actively hunt for the safest route. This was its first real test against a high-value target. Success would force Russia to rethink its entire defensive posture. Inside the command vehicle, Serhiy and his team prepared for launch. Target coordinates were triple-checked, but the real challenge was plotting the missile's winding, deceptive route. The plan: send the missile out over the Black Sea, then back inland, confusing Russian operators. Final systems check, tanks full, guidance online, all systems green. Go for launch, the weapons officer reported. Serhiy nodded. Initiate launch sequence. The countdown began. The launcher angled skyward. 10 seconds to go. The crew braced themselves. The world outside seemed to freeze. 3, 2, 1. A roar shattered the silence. Fire and smoke lit the night as the missile leapt skyward. The booster burned, then fell away. The turbojet took over, and the Puffy Neptune banked south, vanishing into the darkness. The mission was underway. The chaos had been unleashed. There was no turning back. The Puffy Neptune dropped low, skimming just above the Black Sea. Sea skimming kept it hidden from most radars, the Earth's curve and sea clutter masking its approach. The missile flew south, away from its true target, deceiving Russian operators. After 100 kilometers, it turned east, then north, threading between known air defense zones. Its digital map guided it through a maze of threats, always seeking the safest path. As it neared the coast, terrain following radar took over, letting it hug the ground. It rose over hills, dipped into valleys, and stayed nearly invisible. The first line of defense was bypassed. In a Russian command post, operators watched their radar screens, bored and distracted. Suddenly, a faint blip appeared, then vanished. Did anyone see that? a junior operator asked. "Probably just sea clutter," his superior replied. The brief contact was dismissed as an anomaly. But it was the Puffy Neptune, detected for only seconds before dropping off radar. The missile's deceptive path made it look like background noise. As it crossed the coast, another fleeting blip appeared inland. Again, too brief to track. Reports were confusing. Drone, helicopter, or just another ghost? The confusion spread, and the missile pressed on. Deep inside enemy territory, the Puffy Neptune entered the Panzer S-1's engagement zone. The Panzer's radar locked on, alarms blaring. 2 interceptor missiles launched, racing to intercept. The Neptune's electronic warfare suite deployed chaff, creating a cloud of false targets. The missile jinked violently, dropping lower. The interceptors lost their lock. One exploded in the chaff, the other overshot. The Neptune survived, but the Panzer crew prepared a second salvo. The missile was now in the deadliest phase, flying straight into the heart of enemy defences. The final gauntlet awaited. Less than 10 kilometers from the target, the Puffy Neptune's infrared seeker activated. It locked onto the Nebo-M radar's unique heat signature. On the ground, Russian crews scrambled, switching to autocannons. A storm of tracer fire erupted, filling the sky with deadly steel. The missile weaved and corkscrewed, its erratic maneuvers throwing off the gun's aim. The Panzer's fire control computer struggled to keep up. Tracers chased the missile, always a step behind. The Neptune closed in, dancing through a hailstorm toward its target. The Puffy Neptune slipped through the cannon fire, taking only minor damage. In a final rush, it slammed into the Nebo-M radar. The explosion was catastrophic. Electronics vaporized, the antenna toppled, fireball lighting the sky. On Russian radar screens, a critical sector went dark. Operators stared in disbelief. Their untouchable asset was gone. The psychological blow was immense. At the Ukrainian launch site, Serhi's team watched the impact in silence. No cheers, just grim satisfaction. They had blinded the bear and proven the impossible. As they packed up, the story of the Puffy Neptune became legend, a ghost in the war's shadows.